Hi, I'm Mary Scally with Houston Staging and Design, and we are one of the largest staging companies here in Houston. And what do? We are here as your best secret weapon. For occupied homes, we start with consultations, and we're going to talk to your sellers about everything that needs to be done in that house to get it ready for the market. And then for vacant houses, we have a 7,000 square foot warehouse with furniture and accessories to bring in the lifestyle of that house. Because we all know vacant houses do not sell. It's kind of like going to the grocery store with no clothes on and all you see is the flaws. So we really want to present your houses to get top dollar in the quickest amount of time on the market. So the best way to get in touch with us is you can either go to our website, which is houstonstaginganddesign.com, or you can just send us a quick email, hello@houstonstaginganddesign.com. We are here to serve your needs and to really partner with you to make you successful.
Good morning, Champion School of Real Estate. Wonderful, wonderful students, friends, alumni of Champion School of Real Estate, whether it is real estate, loan, appraisal, inspection. We are so pleased that you are joining us today. I have the most amazing, fun, giving back to the community couple and inspection for you to hear all about inspection, what you need to do as an agent / and or inspector, appraiser, loan officer, how the inspection process works, and how they make it work as a couple in the inspection business. So I want to say good morning and hello to Elvia and James Williams.
Good morning.
So good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you two doing today? And thank you for your time.
We are so excited and honored to be here interviewing with the one and only Rita from Champions Real Estate School.
Oh, wow. Thanks a bunch. I appreciate that introduction. So you have your business in the San Antonio area, and you were absolutely referred to me by our staff at the San Antonio campus. And they said, you must interview this couple. They have your time home inspections. They do so much for the community. They've been honored. They've been on YouTube. They are all over the community doing inspections. And not only that, they're just a really nice couple. And my staff in San Antonio just thinks you two are amazing. Thank you. And you're also our sponsors there. You do lunch pretty often, I understand. And today we're just going to talk about the inspection business, why you went into it, the good, the bad, the ugly, the fun parts, how you get back to the community. And I just want all of our students in the industry that will be seeing this, get out your iPad, your notepad, take notes, because as a new person, you're going to learn how to make the inspection process better for your clients. And as an experienced agent, you're going to learn a lot of really neat things on giving back to the community and how it all helps the bottom line. So that being said, I want to first say that the two of you went into real estate, but James, you went in to the inspection business first. So what was your defining moment that motivated you to go into the inspection business?
So when we bought our first house, our agent recommended that we get a home inspection. We had a home inspector come out. My background is construction. I grew up in construction. I've built homes, remodeled homes. I've been a roofer. I've done commercial construction. I've done commercial concrete work. I've worked as an engineer in hotel businesses. So when the inspector was going around and I was following him, I was just sitting there going, I was like, I know that, I know that, I know that. I'll learn that. I know that. And I was like, well, how do I get into this? Because this fits my forte of what my background is. And I've always wanted to own my own business as well. So I talked with him. He gave me all the information, and I reached out to Champion School of Real Estate, and the rest is history.
You know, the one part of your story that hits me so very kindly is that that inspector saw in you what you could do, and yet knowing that you were going to be his competitor.
Yeah.
And how
That's so
very
true.
kind is that? Yeah. And definitely your background suits being an inspector. Whenever at my own house I have an electrician or a plumber or someone doing repair work, I always say, have you ever thought about being a home inspector? So many of those tasks are definitely what you do in home
That's right.
inspection. So what was the defining moment that Elvia came into the picture?
So as we started going, I was having to wear all the hats. I was scheduling the jobs, I was doing the marketing, I was doing the inspections, answering the calls, and doing all that. And it got to a point where it was just too much for me. And my wife, I say she has the gift of gab. She can talk to anybody and everybody. And I come across a little gruff sometimes. I'm more of a field work guy.
I
So
can't believe that.
so when I told her, it's like, she'd been at her job for 20 years. And I was like, I either need to hire somebody to help me, or I need you to come help me. And you would be the best fit because you love talking to people and going out and doing this. And this, I think, would be a great fit. And then we could both work together as well.
And how very correct you were on that. I know, Elvia, you were in banking for a long time.
Yes, I was. And honey, it was 23 years.
22.
But
23
23
years
years
in banking.
working at Frost Bank. Yes.
Okay.
So when my husband was doing amazing, making cookies for the agents, he's so funny. A lot of our agents that we work with today remember the first day they met him because he literally chased them down the street with cookies and a card, a business card.
Oh, and it worked. Look at you today.
It
So
did.
how long have you been in your business, Elvia?
We have been in business for the home inspection business.
Yes.
We have been this is going to be our 11th year.
This month
Okay.
is our 11th year.
Okay. And you became a team how many years ago?
2018.
Okay.
And it has been, I will tell you, it can be difficult to work with your spouse. But what makes it work for us, we had a lot of hard times, right, of trying to figure out the balance, because there's never a time that we come home in the past where we could shut off the business and become husband and wife and handle our family, right? So one of the things that has helped us is our business coach. We've had business coaches that guide us through the process. We implement date night. We have Mike Crow, as a matter of fact, is one of our coaches. And so it's still a learning process to work with your spouse, because there's always going to be something that arises, right? And so having a coach and having guidance and blocking time off for ourselves has truly made a difference in how we run our business and how we still stay married.
Wow. All of that information absolutely applies to every one of our industry disciplines, whether it's real estate agents that are teams, husband and wife, whether it's loan officer, certainly inspector, appraiser. And with those particular disciplines, we have husband and wife family teams all over the place. As you know, you see them every day. But I want to say you're on the cutting edge to have a coach. And most definitely, we all know Mike Crow. We invite him to come in and speak at Champions. Maybe that's where you met him. But to go into...
He has a story about that.
Go ahead. Tell us the story.
Oh no, it was just, that's why when I was going to school, getting my license, going there, it was brought up, and then I started getting his postcards in the mail, and then I started getting when I was on YouTube or Facebook, all his posts were starting to pop up, and and it was just
Right.
everybody was like, "Oh no, those people are scams. They're not any good. You can't do this. You can't do that." And
Don't waste your money.
And one day I just said, you know what? He offered to come down to one of his events, and he said, if you don't like it, you don't want it, I'll give you your money back and pay for your hotel room. And I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer. So we went down there, and like we've been with him ever since. We just started growing exponentially I didn't go to school for marketing. I didn't go to school for business. So having somebody that's grown large home inspection companies and uses his own techniques inside of his own company to prove that it works, it's been very eye-opening.
It does work.
Yes.
So I just want to congratulate both of you because of many reasons. One being you have your business together and you are raising 3 sons. I think 2 of them are pretty much raised, but your youngest is 14. Going into the inspection process and having your own business and being an entrepreneur, what would you say gave you the jump start into your career? Was it the cookies and running down the street with your business card and the cookies, or what were the activities that got you started?
I have something to say about that.
Sure.
So it's not the cookies and the flyers and the candy. Of course, it's part of it. But the main thing that we've learned together is that it's about building those relationships with the realtors, with the real estate industry, and not just with the realtors, with title people, with lenders, because a lot of inspectors will come up to and talk to my husband. How is it that you are doing 90 to 100 inspections a month? How are you all scaling this? How are you doing this? And there's 3 things that we've learned and throughout the years that we've been in business. And the first one is being present. It doesn't matter if you're at the grocery store, if you're talking to someone, be present, be in the moment, be in the conversation, pay attention. The second one is offering value, some kind of value. Yes, the cookies can be value. Sponsorships can be value. Offering a value. And the last one that we always share that I believe that has scaled our business from 67,000 a year to $500,000 is being resourceful. Because at the end of the day, our realtors will call us for, hey, Elvia, do you know of this person? James, call Your Time Home Inspections, because they are very resourceful. If they can't, they will guide you, right? If they can't, like, you know what, we have a person for that. And then that also led for myself. I'm one of the founders here in San Antonio for San Antonio Contractors Alliance. That's another topic. But I saw the need and I wanted to fill that need to provide value for our realtors and all our real estate partners.
Wow, those are excellent points that cross over in every single industry, for sure. And when you were going through that, all I could think of is you are building, you now have your own community. You have your community where you have brought in your clients, you've brought in realtors, you've brought in lenders, title people, roofers, plumbers, everybody. You are a resource within your community.
Yes.
And when they being the general public, they being the buyer, whenever they need something, they feel very confident that Your Time Home Inspections can provide it.
Yes.
All of the points that you've made certainly make such sense. The very first one is honestly the one that I like the best, and that is be in the moment. People in today's world are sometimes just absolutely rude when you're talking to them and they're looking down at their phone. They're not in the moment. And when you give that eye contact and say, I'm listening to you, and people feel like they are important enough that you do listen to them.
Yes.
Very good points. How did you come up with the name of your company? I'm just curious.
That was
And-
all my husband.
So it's just basically I was going through all the different processes for it. And then I just was like, when it's your time to buy a house, we're going to be there for you. We'll be there on your time. It's, it was just everything was, it's your time to do this. It's your time to buy this. It's your time. So it's just like, you know what? That just fits right in. And I just went with the your time. And then the same way with the logo, I wanted something different. I didn't want the house, the magnifying glass, so it's kind of a clock type logo on there to still stay with the theme of your time.
Your time. And we use those words all the time. So it really made sense. And when I saw it on your marketing materials, I thought, well, that's genius. Your time.
Are you looking to connect with thousands of real estate professionals across Texas? Champion School of Real Estate offers a variety of advertising opportunities to help you grow your business. Promote your company with a professionally filmed and edited 2-minute commercial featured for our students, and receive a copy to use on your own website and marketing channels. Advertise in our pre-licensing, exam prep, and SAE course textbooks, or choose from the digital advertising options on our website, including homepage, interior page, and vendor page ads, all with direct links to your website. You can also sponsor our virtual classrooms to reach students statewide, or reserve a vendor table at our career fair on October 16th for just $500. Contact Champion School of Real Estate today to find the advertising package that's right for your business.
Which classes at Champions, getting your inspector's license, were the most beneficial for you?
They were all beneficial. They are all wondering, but the one that sticks out the most to me is talking about the, being able to block your time, setting time to work on your business, time to work in your business, time to schedule away from the business and doing that. That one stuck out the most to me, but I really like the out in the field work, because when you're getting into the home inspection business, actually being out into the field, actually looking at a house and doing the inspection,
Exactly. That's the real world. Way back, and I'm going to take credit for this at Champions, way back, and I want to say maybe 12 years ago, there was no out in the field credit or experience or requirement. Everything was in the classroom. And Champions was one of the big voices to go to the commission and say, our inspectors need to be able to go out in the field to look, to see, to touch everything that they need to learn and understand how it operates. And I remember vividly comparing it to, you don't learn to ride a bicycle by looking at a video or being in a training classroom. You have to get on it and ride it.
Correct.
So makes great sense that would be your favorite. Was that your favorite as well, Elvia?
There's so many things that I love about Champions Real Estate, and I will tell you, I'll name a couple. I love that. Remember, we talked about offering value to our agents. So
Yeah.
I did a membership director for Women's Council of Realtors for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And one of the things that I love, and this is what I tell individuals that are in the real estate industry: offer value, help another association, and be very intentional with your time. What I love about Champions is that I love y'all's job fair. The job, we get to go and set a table. We get to interact.
The career fair. Yes.
That's one of my favorites. I get to see a lot of my other brokerages and
everyone. It's like a party.
It really is. And I love that Champions does this because it's connecting these new upcoming students, whether they're lenders, title, connecting us together in one place. And I also love that Champions. So I was also the vice president for ARIA, Asian Real Estate Association. Mm-hmm. And you Champions was so good about come in and set up we had this potluck
We
every year.
sponsor everybody. We are
Yes.
there.
Yes.
We give back to our community. And I
Yes.
wish that all other wonderful sponsors like yourself would truly realize how much we give back to
Mhm.
every one of our associations.
I mean,
So I have another, and thank you. Those were so kind, and I appreciate it. I wasn't really looking for all those great compliments, but I'll take them. They were great. So what would you say, and both of you can take the question, or one of you, what is the most difficult part of your job? James?
what do you think? You want to start first?
So, I mean, for me, since we're a multi-inspector firm, it's the inspectors, the hiring, the having, finding a pool of inspectors to be able to bring on board, because we always want to be having one training, because life happens, people, things happen, people move, just different things, and being able to have a pool of inspectors to be able to reach out to say, hey, are you looking for a company to work for? Come work for us. So that for me has been the most difficult part of it. Everything else is kind of, you can kind of keep
You just take it and go with it. Mm-hmm. So the onboarding, constantly looking for good people, then you train them, and then they have life reasons that they can't be with you any longer.
Right.
I think that's every company's problem. And it is a constant interview process. Everything looks good today, and then tomorrow somebody has a job transfer. So
Right.
is that the same for you as well, or is there something that you find more difficult?
So for me is setting the expectations, right? I feel like there needs to be more setting the expectations for the agents when it comes to let's talk about the process, right?
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you and say exactly that. Tell us what the agent needs to know for the process.
So, for example, our process works with our agents, the time, right? Just letting the agents know this is the time that the inspection is going to lapse for, right? Because of things that we've learned throughout the years, we enlighten, not frighten, because we hear a lot of our agents says that inspector killed our deal. And in my opinion, inspectors don't kill deals. It's the conditions that kill the deal. And so there's a lot of times when we as inspectors are seen as the black sheep of the industry because it's something that we don't.
You're always delivering the bad news. If anybody's going to deliver it, it's the inspector.
Yes. And so we're changing that by saying we're setting the expectation, we're educating our agents, we enlighten, not frighten our community. And so all our inspectors we hold them to the utmost. We're going to enlighten our clients. We're not going to frighten them. So it's really big for us.
Wow, that's a great tagline. Is that on your marketing material?
Everywhere.
And as I said, also, you're the ones that have to deliver what needs, where the areas are. But it's also the very first thing that you mentioned as well, the communication. The communication and how you deliver that communication is so important. But on the buyer's agent side, I think so much of it has to do with how educated the buyer is on discussing everything. Right. Certainly you all are discussing it with the buyer, and yet they're involved in getting that news delivered. And it's how they react with their buyer to either make it something that we can work with, we can deal with, or, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. All those kind of phrases just do nothing but harm everything. So I'm sure you go to real estate offices, and I'm sure you do little office meetings, seminars and such. What are some key points that you like to tell agents to do or not to do about the home inspection?
That's
Is
a
there
great question.
anything that you specifically message you want to get across to agents?
So for me, when it comes to the inspection, I want to educate the realtor as much on what we're looking at in the process that we're going through the inspection and, looking at different things, what they're seeing. And I encourage them to, if they're out showing a house and they see something, to reach out, send us a text message, call and say, hey, what is this? I had an agent that was new and they were looking at a house and there was this silver gold looking box that was just hanging out inside of a closet that had wires on it. And they were like, wow, what is this? And when they sent it to me, it's like, well, that's the transformer for the doorbell. So that's what's there to help the doorbell work. So just them knowing, and then them being able to ask us, and we're informing them about what's going on. It helps them see their professionalism. It helps them out as well, especially when they're talking to the clients.
Well, and we encourage our students when we talk about inspections on the real estate side of the class, we encourage the agent to sort of not talk much during the inspection. If they're going to be present, because some take pride in being present, don't say anything. The communication should be between the inspector and their client, being the buyer. And otherwise, you're putting yourself in the middle of that situation that you don't need to be in the middle of that situation. Can you think of an inspection that was or an occasion that was very difficult, but you worked your way through it for a good ending? Any kind of like horror story and how you solved that? Do you have one you might be able to share?
So, I guess for a horror story type one, I had a house that was a vacant home, and the gentleman had bought it to, they were going to go in there and fix it up, but there was a squatter inside of it. And trying to get access to it, we had to have the police show up. The police officer had to go in there, escort the squatter out. Then the police officer had to stay there the entire time that I was doing the inspection. And then just having to go through because there was no water, there was no, there was water, but there was no electricity. The house had a fire in it, so it was in very disarray order. It was but having to have that guy
Very
there,
unusual.
Photos and, dealing with the smell inside of it from.
You're like, why me? Why me? Yeah. What about when you have to get in those attics and it's 100 degrees in Texas?
Ooh, yes.
So actually last night,
ahead.
The inspection I was doing, they had improper ventilation in the attic space. When I was in the attic, it was 180 degrees inside of the attic. And it was 93 degrees outside. So when we're in those attics like that, it gets really hot really fast. So we can't spend a lot of time up there. So sometimes it takes our inspections get a little longer because we're going up and down into the attic space, taking photos and coming down. I try to work with my inspectors and I let them know that, when the attics are that hot, let's get up there. Let's take all our photos we need for our documentation stuff and then come down and get back into the AC and then finish writing up your statements for what you found up there. Because it can get dangerous up there, heat exhaustion.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Stuff like that.
I give you all major credit because I know that's part of the inspection. But the other part that I think would be so difficult, and that's crawling under a house.
Oh, we have.
Because there are still some of those houses that you've got to go under it to see what's going on. It sounds like you have a story on that.
Well, there's not so much a horror story on it, but we've purchased, we call them, they're crawl bots. So they're remote control cars with cameras on them that pan and tilt, and we can take videos and take photos of them. because when we open up that crawl space and we go to look underneath there, if we see eyeballs looking back at us, we don't know what that is. That cat? Is that a raccoon? Is it a skunk? What is it?
Or is it a rattlesnake?
Yes.
And I've gone out in the country and done inspections. And when I popped that open and I looked up, you could see the snake's tail just going up into the insulation on the underside of it. So it can be dangerous. The moisture is down there. We don't know if that's water runoff or if that's sewage that's leaking down there. So so when we have those, we still want to be able to give our clients the best inspection we can. So we carry crawl bots with us so that we can go underneath their video and take pictures of everything.
Can we do that again? So I'm Matt with Texas Edge Home Inspections, and we do home inspections all across the Houston area. Of course, I don't have to emphasize the importance of home inspections to use it. Oh, I got to take. Yeah, Texas Edge. I'm Texas Edge with Matt Home Inspections. Wait, that can't be right. Can we roll that one more time? Give me one more time. You guys, I'm Matt with Texas Edge Home Inspections and The Build Show. I'm a certified master inspector here in the Houston area, and I run a team of 3 inspectors. I don't need to tell you the importance of home inspection. We all know the importance of home inspection, but the important thing is to hire a good, thorough inspector that's going to do a good job and have your client's best interest, and that is us. You can find us at www.texasedgeinspect.com. Also, social media. We do all kinds of cool stuff there. Texas.edge.inspect is how you can find us across all platforms. Come check us out, guys. We want to inspect your house.
Well, you are very technologically up to date. And that's another very fine part of advertising, to be able to put on your materials. That helps tremendously. How many other inspectors do you have that work within your company?
So currently right now we have 2 and we are hiring.
Yes.
Okay.
We need another one.
One of them's a female.
I was going to say, I love walking into our inspection classes at Champions and seeing the females that are in there as well. In fact, one of my favorite instructors, Rondalyn Riley, she has a great business and she's one of our instructors, and she walks in to teach in her little pumps, and some of the inspectors are kind of not sure. And then after her first hour of teaching, they always say she was just amazing. She's so smart. She's so good. It definitely is a male / and or female business. How do you two, as husband and wife, share responsibilities? Do you go down the list of inspections and say, I'll do this, I'll do that? Maybe one of you does more of the paperwork, the reporting. How do you do that?
So we have defined roles. So she's more of the office manager, advertising side, and then I'm more of the service side, the inspector side, the answering phone calls when it comes to questions about home inspection sides of it. And then we have people that answer our phones for us. We have client care coordinators who answer and book the jobs for us.
You all have an excellent operating company. You have gotten it so organized. And on the other side of that, I want to bring forward some other areas that have made your company 5-star ratings in the San Antonio area. And that is, you give back to the community regularly. You are involved in some foundations. You also have been given an award by the city of San Antonio. You were also in 2020 during the pandemic, you were on the Veteran Makeover Show. So whoever wants to take that, I want to hear about your awards. I want to hear about what you did, and literally why you did it, and maybe as well how it has helped you personally and certainly with your business. Tell us what you've done for the community of San Antonio, which is actually, as we know, a very large city.
It is. Thank you, Rita, first of all, for that. So one of the things one of our biggest models is the more money we make, the more people we can help. And so that was never a question when we first started. We've worked with the children's shelter, we've worked with Santa Rosa Hospital by giving back. And so every year we would select and do something. Look, a portion of this is going to go to a charity because we were there at one point with our own struggles, right? And so we wanted to give back to the community in different ways. And so when you give back to the community, good things happen. They really do. If you do it with your heart, good things find you. One of the people that found us was the Military Makeover. We literally got a call and we thought we were getting scammed. We're like, is this real? So Military Makeover with Montel Williams, they were asking, would you guys be willing to donate the home inspection so that we can use your home inspection to see how we're going to approach helping this veteran, the Tabara family. And so that was such a blessing in itself because we learned so much as a team. We got our team involved. We went out there and hands-on. And it was just, Rita, it was just so rewarding to give back, not only to someone that has given their time and their service to us, right? But it was just such a wonderful feeling to have. And because we continued to give back, we decided to do our Project Kids. We have a nonprofit that's called Project Kids SA. And I was raised on the west side of San Antonio, which is in the low income housing projects. And so we just wanted to give back. We wanted to give back. And so what a great way to give back to somewhere where I was from. And
Absolutely.
so we help over 600 children. We service over 600 children on the west side of San Antonio with back to school, haircuts, and gifts. Like
That is fantastic. And I want to thank you because before we started the interview, you said how much you had noticed and admired our Live Like Knox Foundation.
Yes.
And the foundation does so many similar things for kids that need backpacks, that need supplies for school, that need clothing. And there's no question what it does back for you, the person, is equally as great as helping those that need help. And I asked you to show a couple of your trophies. Do you have one of your trophies available?
I don't. We have them at our office. We're literally at home at our home office.
No problem. Tell us about the experience when you were at the Military Makeover and how that sort of came together at the end and seeing everyone. And
Yes.
that was during the pandemic.
Oh,
So many
yes.
different things happened during the pandemic. And tell us a little bit more about the Military Makeover. Are we still doing that in the San Antonio area?
They haven't done it in the last couple of years. They've picked other cities, but definitely we did the first in Texas with the Tabara family. And because it was in the middle of the pandemic, it was very, we had to wear our masks. There was only certain people, allowed in certain areas of the room, even when they were like remodeling. I know at one point I've never been part of a reality show or TV, right? That was our first time, but they literally had us take a couch into a room because they were going to film, and they're like, "Oh no, we have to take it back out, and you have to bring it back in." I'm like, okay. So the experience was very surreal because you literally get to see the back. You're in the back scenes.
In the back,
Yeah.
right? In the back of what's going on and seeing the scenes in a different perspective. There is another part of the pandemic that I want to bring forward where your company got recognized because during the pandemic, you were doing not really a virtual inspection, but you were doing inspections, I want to say cutting edge.
Mm-hmm.
James, can you tell us what you did during the pandemic to continue your inspection business for buyers?
Yeah, so when we're doing our inspections and we do our review at the end, we always show the pictures of what we're talking about so they have a they can see it. And then also we can show them around later. But during the pandemic, we weren't able to have our clients show up to the properties and be inside of the houses. So we had to figure out a way to be able to still be able to let them see what we're looking at. And at the time, the software that we were using had an app on there where we could have them come in and see our pictures as we're uploading them and documenting them and seeing our statements and stuff that we were writing up with that software, so they could sit on a laptop at their house and just watch as we're going around inputting all of our information into our report, so they can see it growing. They can take notes on what they're seeing and what they want to ask.
I can ask questions.
And ask us questions. And at the end of the inspection, we would call them on the phone and go over it and answer any questions they had. And it really helped out. It made a lot of agents happy. It made a lot of the clients happy because they still felt like they were there and a part of the inspection, even though they were sitting in their house.
That was really genius because being able to see the picture that coincides with the comments on the inspection really made a difference. So let's assume that I am sitting in the classroom and I'm thinking either I might want to be an inspector and or maybe a spouse or a son or a daughter or someone in my family needs to be an inspector. Tell any of those people, what is the most positive outcome experience of being an inspector?
So for me, I mean, it's being able to go in there and help the families who are coming in, who are looking to purchase a home, to help them understand what their house is, the condition of their home, how it works, and being able to help guide them through owning, because a lot of people aren't coming from owning a house, they're coming from rentals, and you're going into the home to where now everything is your responsibility. And I'm being able to help them. Okay, the GFCIs, this is where they're at, this is their locations, this is what they're used for, and just
here's
help
the water turn off, all of that.
Right, this is where you shut the water off, this is where your filters are, this is where these items are, and helping them understand and find those things as well. And then on top of that, just for me, even though it's the same thing every day, every house is different. So it feels like a new day, a new job every day to me. It's just, and being able and liking to go in there in some of these houses, seeing how people have decorated their houses, how they've remodeled them, and the way that they've done to them. It's a very rewarding job for me.
So now I'm a brand new agent and I am getting ready for my buyer to have their very first inspection. What should I do, and what are your expectations of me, the buyer's agent? What should I do? What should I not do? And this is totally your opinion.
Like if it's a new agent, I definitely, because we do work with a lot of new agents, we always tell them, we're here to answer any questions you may have. A lot of our agents are like, how long does an inspection take? Roughly we say 1,000 an hour for every 1,000 square feet, right? Definitely, I tell my new agents to look at definitely vet your inspector, reach out to them, talk to them, meet with them, have that communication, and also have a good 3 inspectors that you can make that relationship with, right? Because we're not going to all be a good fit for everybody. And so just your clients are going to be very different. I always tell them, find out if the inspector has insurance, find out what their process is. What is the process? Because you want to be able to look like a rock star in front of your client. And that's exactly what we do. We teach our agents to be rock stars in front of their clients by setting the expectation, educating them. And that way, the process already is so stressful when they're buying a house. We want to do the best that we can to have the communication open so that it can be as smooth as possible for them. And we tell the agents, they'll ask us, do you have Supra? Do we have access? Do you call showing time? Things like that. New agents, have a lot of questions, as they should. And we're here to help them.
Your personal opinion. Do you like to have the agent present during the inspection? Do you like to have the buyer present? And I shouldn't say let me move it around. more, the majority rather, more of your inspections, are they where you just go out and then give the report? Or typically, do you find the majority would be that buyers like to be with you during part of the inspection at least? What do
So
you
on
find overwhelming?
So for us, we encourage the clients and the agents to show up because, like I said, the more they understand about a house and more they know about the house, the more comfortable they will be when they're owning the house, and then the agent is more comfortable when they're out showing the homes on there. But we do all ask that they show up towards the end of the inspection, give us about an hour, hour and a half, so that we can get a majority of the house knocked out. And then they can come in, and then because sometimes this is the longest time they've had an opportunity to be in the house as well. You
I
know,
love it.
and then also with me for the new agents and stuff as well, I encourage them to come out on an inspection with me. It's like, hey, we've got a house we're fixing to do for you. Why don't you come out here and watch us do an inspection? Or, hey, I've got an inspection, no clients, no agents, nobody's going to be there. It's a vacant house. Why don't you come out here, watch me do the inspection? I can talk to you about what we do, how we do it, why we do
I
it.
know why you're so popular. Being so transparent and saying, I want you to look like a rock star. So come with me. Let me show you what I will be doing.
Yes.
And then you will look like you are so experienced at doing this all day long. and that you encourage them to come to the inspection. I love it. I love it. It's very transparent. Very good.
I'm about
So-
education. The more you know,
the better.
the better it is. And, and if you don't know, you don't know. Ask
The more
questions.
you learn, the more you earn. There is no question about that. Absolutely. We have those sayings in our classroom because they're just the truth. So this is a very simplistic question, but I want to throw it out there. As in every industry, there is a national exam, a state exam. In your opinion, did you believe and feel like that the national and state inspectors exam was difficult? Did you feel okay about it? I'm just curious with your opinion.
So, when it comes to the testing part of it, for me, I was prepared for it because of the classes that I took at Champion School of Real Estate and all the classes
I was hoping you could say that. Good.
Yes, it made it it helped a lot being able to understand what we're looking at, why we're looking at the things, and when we went to go to take the test, to be able to pass the test.
Good. All of those national exams are so difficult. and state exams sometimes can be more difficult than national in different disciplines. But our goal in all of real estate loan appraisal inspection is that you go to the exam. Also, the prep course is so helpful in all of those disciplines so that you pass it. And maybe people don't pass it the first time, maybe it's the second or the third. It has no indication on how good or bad you're going to be as an inspector or an agent or a loan officer. But I think for those people that love going to homes and they are very analytical and they like to measure and they like to inspect and they like to look and they like to be organized, it is a great profession.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and I also look at it this way too. I tell the inspectors when they hire on with us, it's like, you're going to learn a lot actually being out there hands-on learning on the, like you were saying earlier, not everybody learns by reading a book and watching a video. It's being out in the field, actually putting your hands on it and doing it to where all the things you learned in class actually go, oh,
now it comes together. That's what you're talking about. Even for people that are just wanting to keep their house maintained.
Right. Oh,
learning the basics on that.
May I
How
say,
to have an
Rita?
inspector come over and inspect your house so that you get to enjoy a good, solid property. So we're needing to come to a close. And I always love to ask the question, looking back, this journey that has brought you forward to being obviously your own boss, your entrepreneurs, your own business. Is there anything in the past that you might have changed or think, gosh, I wish I had done that ages ago? Anything that you would do differently to be where you are today?
For me, I would have hired my wife 2 years earlier.
Oh, what a
Good
compliment.
job. That's a great question. That's a great answer.
Great answer. Wow, James. So nice. And I can understand why. Just looking at both of you, you both are smiling. You're so open. You're so kind. You've given good information to everybody. Information, in fact, that even your competitors enjoy seeing. But at the same time, you have to be genuine and fulfill everything that you say and do. And again, I'm so proud that you're one of our wonderful graduates. I'm so proud of the awards that you've received from different foundations, certainly San Antonio. Any final words that you would like to give to those that are watching you today in our classroom and on YouTube and podcast?
I mean, for me, my phone is open. If you have questions about home inspections, what home inspections is, how, I mean, I'm an open book when it comes to talking about home inspections, because I look at it as the more you know, the more it helps the industry more if you know more. And I don't want somebody to be afraid to ask a question, because when you're new and you're getting out into the field, you don't know anything. And sometimes you're afraid to ask for help. And with our company, I'm available. I love talking about home inspections. So, I mean, I have several inspectors that will text each other back and forth. It's like, hey, have you ever seen this? It's like, no. It's like, tell me more when you figure out what it is. Or they're like, hey, have you seen? Yeah, this is what I came up and this is what I found out. And it just helps everybody, and being able to build that relationship with other inspectors. Because, I mean, like for me, when I got into the industry, I met up with another inspector who had multiple years of experience ahead of me as well. And we just built a relationship, and we just bounced stuff off each other. And we've joined a good friendship.
And for me, Rita,
Uh-huh.
for me, Rita, it's more any words like, this is what I tell anybody that wants to be home inspector or a realtor. And I don't want to quote, but I know that there's like 15,000 realtors here in San Antonio. Is that safe to say, Rita? I know there's a little over 300 of us inspectors. I said there is plenty of business for all of us. It is, what is it that you're doing different that's going to set you apart? And we're all about sharing knowledge, because we were there at one time. So
I believe that with all of my heart, because you two come across just so open, we're happy to share. And for any of our new people, especially in the San Antonio region, but I know you go all over the place for inspections, and you get a phone call and you take care of it, no matter where it is. But any of our agents that have questions, call them. They are obviously very much open to sharing and helping with the whole industry. Williams Group, you are amazing. I just gave you a new name. Your Time Home Inspections. It's on your time. I want all of our students that are watching today, anyone interested in the inspection business, this interview will be on YouTube tomorrow, and it will sit on YouTube, and then it will also be on your favorite podcast. So if you missed our interview today on being a home inspector, how to grow your business, how to be a part of the community, you will not want to miss this particular interview today. So Your Time Home Inspections, thank you so much.
Thank you,
for
Rita.
being one of our customers and for being my wonderful guest today. You are superstars in the inspection business. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rita.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Are you ready to pocket $2.8 million in commissions? Well, let me show you how. My name is Kenya Rivas, and I'm here representing DR Horton, our Southwest division. And we have so many specs and so many homes in inventory ready for you to come with your leads, with your buyers. We will help you every single step of the process. And with that, our normal commission is around 4%, but we have homes up to 6%. That is all that chance that you have to be able to pocket all of this commission. And we're here to help you with every single part of the process from beginning to end. And we also have great incentives for all of your buyers when it comes from the financing side. We know how hard that can be, sometimes trying to find the best deal for them. But for that, we have our own in-house lender, DHI Mortgage, and Brent Hughes is here to give you a little more information on what we offer.
Thank you. My name is Brent Hughes. I'm with the in-house lender, DHI Mortgage. We basically team up with our sales agents and help them qualify their customers before they get here. We're here to answer all questions about rates, what they offer, what the qualifying scores are. We'd like to help you guys get your people qualified before they walk into the home. And then once we do that, then they can shop around and look at different neighborhoods. One of the things that we do a lot of is we go through each step of the process. We help the customer understand what a loan is, what's required, their history. We just try to make it as comfortable as possible, just basically because most people don't get loans for homes every day. It's a very stressful time, and we try to make them as comfortable as possible.
That's correct. So come see us. We do have homes in every size, every format, every kind of floor plan. We're there to help your buyer in any stage of their home buying process that they're in, and also in their journey in life, right? So come check us out. My contact information is 832-955-6521, or you can email me at kgrivas@drhorton.com.
And you can reach me at 281-744-5037. My email is bhughes1@dhimortgage.com.